Hi guys, in this video we'll discuss about the organ of Corti, that is a part of inner ear. Yes, we are going to deal about the otology part in ENT. Here we'll learn with some small ideas and some tricks to reconstruct and remember the structures which is present in the organ of Corti. Before we actually go to the topic proper, we'll now learn about some basic points in inner ear. We know inner ear we divide grossly into the bony part and membranous part. When we take the bony labyrinth, there we have the vestibular part, that's a vestibule, cochlea, and semicircular canal part, which is all we are dealing with bony. There we take bony cochlea. In bony cochlea, we are going to deal with three important parts. One is the cochlear turns, that is 3/4 turns of the cochlea, and it is turned on one central bone, and that is called a modulus. This modulus is made around like a pyramidal shaped bone, and around this modulus there is something called osseospiral or osseospiral lamina. So it is the modulus, this osseospiral lamina, and over it's this turns of cochlea. This is the cochlear turns. This is osseospiral lamina, and this is the modulus. What attaches to this osseospiral lamina is the basilar membrane. So this basilar membrane is attaching to that. So what is happening because of this attachment is this turns of the cochlea is like a compartment, and this compartment is divided. Okay, we'll see that in detail later. So now let us consider this to be the basal turn of the cochlea, and this basal turn of the cochlea has a significance that it forms something called a promontory. It forms promontory. We know this promontory which is present in the medial wall of middle ear. Yes, this promontory is just the basal turn of cochlea, the bony prominence on the basal turn of on the middle wall of middle ear. This is what it is. Next, because of this basilar membrane, now consider this to be the modulus, guys. This to be the modulus, and this part to be the osseospiral lamina, to which I said there is attachment of this basilar membrane. Fine, and this basilar membrane is attaching to what? This to the again to the cochlea, right? So this is the cochlea. We'll consider bony cochlea. So till now we have constructed something. Again, now what is happening is this basement membrane is dividing this compartment to upper and lower compartment, and we should also know one important membrane again, that is the Reisner's membrane, that is attaching in this fashion. This Reisner's membrane is now dividing the compartment into 1, 2, and 3. So now 3 compartments is now divided. We'll further add on from this diagram itself. Now we have this modulus, we have this osseospiral lamina, to which is attached this basement membrane. Now it is in turn attached to this cochlea. For attachment, we know, we have studied it anatomy, that for any attachment it should need some ligament like that. Okay, and we named this part as osseospiral lamina. Osseo means bone, spiral, lamina like a small thin bone. Spiral now here refers to, it is attached to some ligament called spiral ligament. Yes, it is now attached to some ligament called a spiral ligament, like this here and as well here. Now this is just a ligament. Okay, for covering the ligament there is something called lining. and this lining is called as stria vascularis. Stria vascularis over here. Now we have also studied about the membrane, that is the resinous membrane. There is resinous membrane is going to attach from here to here. Okay. Now what has actually happened is, now this is the complete compartment. The entire compartment, this compartment becomes one upper compartment. This is the middle, and this is the lower compartment, right? Now we are going to label these compartments. Which is above is scala vestibuli. Which is below is scala tympani, and middle is scala media. It is also called as cochlear duct. This scala media. Now we have compartmentalized this area, and this is actually the organ of corti. Let us now see further things which is present inside. Again, this is the modulus, osteospiral lamina, to which is attached the basilar membrane, and here is the osteospiral lamina. This is again the cochlea. This is the resinous membrane. Next is, there is something that is attaching from this, again this osteospiral lamina, and coming inside like this, and this is called as tectorial membrane. Whatever we are dealing is, we are going to deal only in the scala media now. We are not compartmentalizing the middle part, scala media. This is the tectorial membrane, and next is, we know inner ear has hair cells, and this hair cells, it is inner and outer. Now we should know which is inner and which is outer. This modulus is in medial part, correct? So it could be the inner part, and therefore the hair cell which is present here is the inner hair cell. This inner hair cell is flask shape like this. The outer hair cells are cylinder shape. Okay, because we'll remember, like whenever they take cylinder LPG cylinder, whatever we book the cylinder will come and keep it on the outside of that. Cylinder usually placed on the door itself. We have to take the cylinder inside. It means usually cylindrical shape are outer hair cells. We remember like this. And flask, we'll keep it inside our house on the dining table like that. So flask is inner, cylinder is outer. So cylinder shape is the outer hair cell, and flask shape is the inner hair cell. Now we have constructed this inner hair cell, flask shape. Now it has to get supported, and for the support there are supporting cells like this. It is getting supported here, and next we'll draw the outer hair cells. This outer hair cells, there are 3 to 4 rows, right? And we know all the hair cells are attached to that tectorial membrane. So we'll draw like this. We'll now draw just 3 rows here of hair cells. Between these outer and inner hair cells, we'll now draw a tunnel, and this tunnel is tunnel of corti. For this inner hair cell, there are some supporting cells. Likewise, for this outer hair cells, there should be also some supporting cells, and that supporting cells is what we are going to see now. Again, this is the modulus, osteospiral lamina, the basement membrane, spiral ligament, stria vascularis, resinous membrane, and here is the tectorial membrane, inner hair cell, outer hair cell, and the supporting cells are like, we'll remember like 3 things. Now it is outside, right? This is outside, outer hair cells. And you want to remember, when we have to go out of our house, it is first the door. Only we cross our door, we go out. So it is first is D, and next is B. That is, we are going to the balcony like that. So it is B, and then we are going to march towards the gate to exit out of that house itself. So next is G or whatever, C, G, like that we'll remember. So this is order D, B and C. First is the data cell. Here will be the data cell. And next is the Butcher cell. Butcher cell, like it'll be like down. Bondula irukra madri. Butcher cell. And then it is the Claudius cells. Claudius cells. At last, which is present above all, from above this tetrahedral membrane is Hensen cells. These are the 4 cells we are dealing with: Data cells, Butcher cells, Claudius cells, and Hensen cells. Hensen cell will be like upper and somewhat outer also. Now till now we have constructed the compartments. Now we'll see the nerves. The nerve that reaches cochlea or the nerve of the ear is, the vestibular nerve and a cochlear nerve. Together it is called as vestibulocochlear nerve. As far as cochlea is concerned, it is a cochlear nerve. Now this cochlear nerve has to come into this ear, into this compartment. For it to come, it has to cross this osseospiral lamina and this modulus. Over here in the middle part of this bone cochlea, there is a place for spiral ganglion. That is the spiral ganglion of that 8th nerve, cochlear nerve. This spiral ganglion is usually of cochlear nerve fibers, that is myelinated. When it reaches inside, that is from here to here, when it is entering inside, here it is myelinated and here it is unmyelinated. When it reaches the tunnel, it becomes unmyelinated. It is like very similar to the eyes also. When the optic nerve is present at the when it is about to pierce the sclera, it is myelinated. But when it reaches the optic nerve head, it becomes unmyelinated. The same. Outer to inner, it is reaching the same. Here it is myelinated. When it reaches inside the tunnel, it becomes unmyelinated. And the canal which is formed in this bone for the nerve, the cochlear nerve, and this canal is called as Rosenthal's canal. This is the Rosenthal's canal. With this, we complete the organ of Corti structures. To sum up quickly, this is the modulus, osseospiral lamina, the basement membrane, spiral ligament, resinous membrane, tectorial membrane, inner hair cells is flask shape, 3 to 4 rows of outer hair cells. Now here it is supported. Between this inner and outer we have the tunnel of Corti. This outer hair cell is first supported by the Jeter cells, and next is the Butcher cells, and then is the Claudius cells. At last it is the Hensen cell. The tunnel which is here formed for the 8th nerve, especially cochlear nerve, is the Rosenthal's canal. In the Rosenthal's canal we have the spiral ganglion, and from there it reaches the 8th nerve. The cochlear nerve enters into the organ of Corti. As it is entering into the tunnel, it becomes unmyelinated. Thank you so much for your patient listening.